Previously on The Walking Dead.
In here and put the nuts on. So I'm gonna cut it right now. We're not going from today. We started the process of bagging the chaser. I've had the bags for a while. I just didn't install them just because I wasn't at that point yet. Since I'm doing a caliper job, I might as well start the bags or do the bags. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna show you guys. Side a little torn up right now, just trying to run the wires and whatnot. And then the back, same thing. Well, I tucked it right there between the carpet, so that's good. But it's right in there, and then sitting right back here. I already started running the electrical for the management and all that. As you can see, these are the harnesses. This is the harness, or the harnesses, and all the plugs and whatnot. This, I run it through right here. The chaser has like a blue thing that goes right there. It's like not a bracket, it's a pass-through. I'll show you in a second. All right, so it came through right here, and the chaser already has this right here. So it has this thing. There was one wire or one tube or something that ran through here, and it was a smaller punch out. I punched out the hole, and then I'm gonna put this back. I'm gonna install this back in a second. But yeah, I ran it through right there, and I'm running down along the side right here on the interior. It's gonna be behind the seat, and then it's under the carpet here. I ran it along here. And up front, same thing. Under the carpet, ran it along here. Then I ran it behind the carpet here and to the firewall, or through the firewall. Let me show you guys on the other side. So I came out right around here where this boot is. I already had two wires. One was the oil temp and one was for the coolant temperature. Two sensors, so those two lines came through, so I just ran it through the same line. And it comes along here, goes behind this tab for the fuse box. And then I already have the negative on, and I have the positive on. I didn't put a fuse in the positive yet, just because I'm running everything right now. So I'm gonna finish tucking this stuff up, and then I'm gonna start working on different portions of the system. All right, so the ignition source wire ran, got the power and ground ran. It's already hooked up to the fuse for the ignition source. I just gotta connect the pink wire to the 3 amp fuse that is there. I have the power wire wired. I just gotta connect that also. And then I gotta put a ring terminal on the negative so I can connect that to the negative also. And that's pretty much it for the power for that itself. And then I can start working from the back. All right, so next up is running the airlines. I removed the, whatever you want to call it, the insulation, the carpet, this stuff. I removed it from right here that protects the gas tank. I used this tool right here to get these up. There was 4 of them that held it in place. So I removed those, and then I was able to take it out the way. Now, what I'm trying to do right now is see where I can run the airline to the rear struts, and then for the fronts, I'm gonna run it through the car. So I'm probably gonna run the left side straight through up here, the same place I ran the electrical, and the right side, there's another one on this side where this harness goes through. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna run it through there, run the other airline through there, and then run it up front to the front strut. So that's what I'm about to do right now. Stay tuned. All right, got the second line ran to the front right side, to the driver's side airline. Ended up running it through here, back through up top over here. Same thing on the left side. You can run it over there, and then it goes on the inside. Run it on this side of the roll cage. It comes down between here, underneath the carpet, right here. All behind this carpet, goes behind here. Then it comes right here. I ran it all behind under here. And then it goes through right around here. And then it comes through the frame basically, and then it goes to the front right here. Come through right here, and then I'm just gonna secure it up along here so that it doesn't get in the way of the tire or anything like that. And then It's gonna connect to the steel braided line. That's right there. Okay, now grounded fam, out here with Aaron and Sienna. Today we're gonna be trying to do the final touches to the bag system so that we can mount everything and set up everything. So we're about to cut some wood right now. Got the jigsaw set up and got the wood right here. I'm gonna cut that up. I'm gonna set up a time lapse shortly and I'll show you guys the process. All right, so this is where we're at right now. We cut the wood, it fits in the trunk. Just use the carpet to measure it, mark it out, and then we use the jigsaw to cut it. There's another piece of wood down below that we're gonna mount the compressor and a manifold to probably. And that stuff is gonna be, I'll show you guys later, but for right now, we're about to mark up the compressor placement and all that stuff. And the tank, make sure everything fits properly. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. All right, we done got to a stopping point. Actually, not a stopping point, but just a pause. Wanted to record the progress. Right now, we have the compressors mounted to the spare tire, little wood setup we got here with the manifold. So we're gonna put it in the trunk and then we're gonna mock up the tank and all that stuff. But we just wanna give an update. So everything's bolted down. Not 100% sold on whether or not I'm going to leave this here or if I'm gonna put up top with the compressor. I'll decide later, but for right now, it's gonna work. So yeah, just gonna mock up everything and mark the tank so we can drill into the other piece of wood and mount the tank to that. All right, so the wood's in right now. Compressor's mounted already, like I said. We're playing around with the fitment and seeing where everything goes for right now. Just routing everything. But pretty much this is how it's gonna look for right now. At a later point, probably pull back out the donut thingy right here and wrap it in carpet or something. Maybe do a plexiglass, glass type finish with the top portion so it shows the compressors down below. We'll play around with that stuff later, but for right now, just the bare bones, bare minimum right now. About to time lapse the rest so you guys can see the process of us fitting everything and whatnot next. All right, so we just lowered the car and all that stuff. Sorry we didn't record all the progress. I'll go back and explain everything, but we just took the car off the jack stands and put it on some tires, and she is sitting proper, baby. Shout out Aaron, man. We had some issues, some little troubles that we ran into, but we fixed all that stuff. Everything is good. Here's the setup for right now. So this is the setup right now. We're gonna mess around with that stuff, but we sitting right. Yes, sir. We sitting right now, baby. All right, running through the calibration process. I don't know what setting the rear is on right now, but it got some pretty good lift on it. Look, there's even more. Pretty happy with that. But it's calibrating right now. My grown fam, it's your boy Vozinella's mechanic, Vozinella car guy, whatever you want to call me. Anyways, quick update for you guys on the airbag setup. So this is what we're working with right now. Get everything mock up. Everything looking good, but I need to remove some of the wood, so I need to shave down the wood a little bit. So I think I'm gonna remove a 1/4 inch of the wood down here so that it's not as snug, because it's super snug right now. And I know once I wrap it in carpet, it's gonna be too thick. So I'm gonna take off maybe a 1/4 inch off of it and try and fit it again, make sure everything good. And And then once I'm happy with the fitment, then I could start to make sure all the lines are properly run. The left side over here, I'm gonna probably run the exhaust for it and whatnot, but I ain't worried about that right now. Right now it's just fitment, and then I could worry about that later. And then I could start to button back up everything. And then the goal for this weekend is to mess with ride height and adjustments and all that stuff. I just want to make sure that this part is good, and then I could order, not order, but buy the material I'm gonna use to cover the wood. And hopefully soon she's gonna be ready to go. So it looked like everything fit in there. So now I'm gonna tidy up this stuff and run some extra lines. I gotta run the exhaust line over here to this hole, if you can see it. I run the exhaust line over here, and then through the hole where the rest of the stuff is. I need to mark and label all those air lines so I know and I'm not getting confused. Because once I put it through that hole, I won't know what's behind there anymore. So mark them so I can know. And I think that's pretty much it for that part. So this is a temporary setup right now. Everything's hooked up. There's no leaks back here. There are 2 leaks in the front. I fixed those. The rear for sure is leaking, and I know it has to be only one spot right by the strut. So tomorrow when I take the tires off to put the rear rotors on, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that leak, and then it shouldn't have no more leaks in the system after that. So making good progress, but one more leak to fix. And then I'm gonna pretty this up, pull carpet and all that good stuff down. For right now, this is more or less what it's gonna look like, and I'm gonna add the carpet, of course. I'll do some research to see what material I want to use in the back, whether carpet or leather or I don't know what yet, but I'll do some research for that. And once I feel comfortable with everything, then I can start to button up the interior of the car, but it's still a mess, so bear with me. Just got done with the trunk. Very happy with the outcome. Looked really good. I just gotta vacuum it, but other than that, it looks like it's supposed to be there. Looks clean. Can't see no tubes or anything, no hoses. Everything's done the right way.